There we go. Paul, so you're from Down To Earth Florist. So you guys have been going, you say, coming up to your 10-year anniversary?
Yeah, October will be 10 years that the shop's been open, but Sharon's been in the floristry industry 40 years this year.
Wow. She started when she was 6.
Yeah, and that's what I keep saying to her.
Yes. So you guys,
and I'm the same age as her, so obviously
Yeah,
I'm
you just
on
had a
it.
rough
Yeah,
paper
I've just had 12 paper rounds or
Yeah.
something like that.
so you guys do real and artificial flowers?
Yeah, fresh flowers, silk flowers, dried flowers, a complete mix really of everything.
Yeah.
And a mixture of both. If you want something special that means something to you, you want a peony and you want it in December or something like that, then we can sneak a silk one in between real, and there's only you who knows.
Well, that's it. So people don't realise sometimes that flowers are seasonal.
Yeah, very much so. And that, the seasonal variations of certainly peonies, it's a very short window. And people want summer flowers at Christmas, for example. So yeah, that's where the silk and dry comes in.
Special about real flowers as well. But I've seen your artificial flowers, and I can't tell the difference.
No, I mean we have there'll be people come up to us today and say, "Oh, do you do artificial?" And half the stand is artificial flowers. So, but the flip side of that is people do want to keep them, but. There's people out there, we don't do it, it's a specialised job. There's people out there that dry them, preserve them, or even cast them in resin. You have a paperweight with your stuff in, or a dog bowl or whatever they want to do.
With artificial, you've got that to keep forever, which is fantastic. You guys, I mean, you've been Wedding Fayres Yorkshire for a very long time. What's the one thing that you think people should ask when they come to a wedding fair and they speak to a florist or yourselves? What's the one thing they should be asking so they get a better understanding and to make that choice?
Just talk to your supplier. People. I think it was either you or Alan that when we first started doing wedding fairs 9.5 years ago, is people buy from people.
Yeah.
So talk to your supplier. Make sure that you feel comfortable with that supplier, that you get on with them, and don't forget. Don't let them push you into anything either. Don't let your supplier. A supplier not bully you. That's a bit strong, isn't it? But it's your day. I've just had a conversation with a couple earlier, and I just said, don't forget it's your day. Don't try and do something because you think Auntie Linda wants you to do that. And one thing or another. It's your day. Do what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
So you're based in Batley, but you cover
wherever. Yeah, we've up and down the country. So it doesn't matter.
I see the Down To Earth van out and about often doing deliveries and stuff like that.
Yeah, but with fresh weddings, fresh flower weddings, we only do one a day typically.
Yeah.
Purely because the logistics of being in, one might be in Scarborough, one might be in Birmingham, wherever. Trying to be in two places at the same time. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Yeah. And I think it's important to note as well, you're a proper florist.
Yeah, it's a working shop. You'll come into the shop. And we always try and ask people to book in for an appointment because, you might come into the shop and she's midway through doing a funeral or doing a wedding or whatever. So it is a working shop that, and that's good for customers who don't know what they want. They come in and they wander around the shop and go, oh, I like that flower, and that in itself can help choose.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just trying to think what else. I don't know.
She's the expert, not me.
Yeah.
I tell everybody that I'm only here for eye candy when I come to these things, but that she's exactly. She's trotted off to do a wedding this morning at Bagden Hall, I think is where she's at. So that's a fresh flower wedding over at Bagden. So she's gone to do that, see the bride set up, do whatever, and then left me flying solo. So I'm sure she'll be watching this when she comes back and critiquing, and I'm either not going to get paid or I'm not going to get paid.
There's a great network of suppliers. You're very much a part of that as well. And it is like a nice, positive community as well.
You're right. I mean, I haven't seen John Steele, the photographer. I haven't seen John for months. And we've had a bit of a giggle. The network of suppliers as well. Also, we recommend each other.
Yeah.
We know what the other suppliers in the same industry, in the same game as us, and outside of that, whether it's suits, whether it's photography, whether it's cakes, whatever. We see these people's work firsthand, probably before you guys who are getting married see it. We know these people. We know these people on a personal level. So, again, questions to ask your supplier is, who would you recommend?
Yeah.
And we can pretty much recommend any industry with any skill within the wedding industry. So
How important is it for couples to come to wedding fairs to talk to suppliers?
I think it's quite important to see people, to compare, to compare and contrast. Whether that be, you've got 2 or 3 people that might be doing suits, 2 or 3 people that might be doing cakes, and whilst sometimes the product is very, very similar, the people aren't. We're back to people buying from people again.
Absolutely. It's the theme of everyone today has always been that same thing. Don't look at the product, look at the person.
Yeah, look at both.
Yeah.
To be fair,
you want someone that's the right fit for you.
If you can buy the same product from somebody that's grumpy and somebody who's not grumpy, which would you pick? Yeah.
This grumpy face here.
Grumpy.
Cool.
It's Sunday and it's a nice sunny day and I'm in here. So,
well, Lakeside Ponderosa is such a great venue.
Martin and the team here are superb. Sunday carvery. Just where else would you go for a carvery around here?
Well, yeah, exactly. But again, great team, great venue with a mix of from the outside to the zoo to the lake to the inside here. They've got a mix of everything.
Excuse me.
Cool. I'll pop the details back on there as well. What's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Any. We can phone us, email us, Facebook, Insta.
Pop in the shop,
whatever. If you pop in the shop, don't necessarily expect a consultation there and then.
Yeah, of course.
If it's quiet, then she will. But we just give us a call first.
Yeah.
And because she might not even be in, she might be out doing a wedding and so on. So
Brilliant. Paul, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Paul,